is in regards to group and individual pay for performance programs. So we're going to talk about a little bit about what these programs entitle, the comparisons of the group and individual programs, and how we can differentiate, as well as some strategies that we can take to be able to make both a little bit better. So to start off, we're just going to talk about the introduction, which is um, just breaking down what pay for performance systems. They're compensation strategies that are designed to reward employees, and they're typically based on how well they perform. The programs aim to be able to boost motivation, productivity, and they typically align and are created very dependent on what the company goals are. As mentioned, the two types are individual and also group based PFPs. So, our next thing that we're going to talk about is the individual PFP systems. What exactly is this and what does it look like? This typically comes with jobs that are from sales and customer services. Some examples of rewards that you get here are bonuses or even commission based. The individual PFP systems, they're created more to be able to motivate individuals with a targeted clear reward link. So you're not very hesitant of, what if so and so didn't do their part? Am I going to be rewarded? You know exactly what you personally need to do to be able to acquire that particular reward. The cons here include unhealthy competition and limited teamwork. When whenever we're put in a position to where our bonuses or our commission is dependent very much on ourselves only, I do feel like there could be a limited amount of teamwork because you're more focused on just how well you personally can perform. The next thing is going to be in regards to group PFP systems. This typically comes from companies that are more in manufacturing and healthcare. Some examples that rewards that they get here are team bonuses or profit sharings. It fosters collaboration, it fosters trust, it fosters the linkage of working with one another. The cons here are you can end up having somebody in your group where they just don't want to do their part and they're free riding. Because they know that no matter what it is that they do, they're still going to get a team bonus and they're still going to be able to get a reward at the end of it. So, this is typically more geared to where the top performers are the ones that do most of the job, and there are others that just end up benefiting from it. So the next thing that we're going to do is just be able to basically compare the two things that we just talked about in regards to personal performance. The benefits and courage of individual PFPs come with personal responsibilities and ambition. There's clear connection between efforts and rewards, and it can pretty much be tailored to high performances. It can lead to healthy competition and it doesn't support collaboration, which a lot of companies don't typically go for nowadays. But at least for the companies that I've worked for, they are very fostered with collaboration, with teamwork, with working with one another to get to the end goal. So, and then whenever we talk about group PFPs, it promotes team trust, it promotes teamwork, it encourages sharing knowledge, sharing the support, sharing the workload. It builds a sense of shared purpose. There is a drawback, as mentioned, of free riding. Some people just doing less work and getting the same reward. Um, there isn't a way to be able to divide, quote unquote, the workload. So everyone gets just a division of the reward, whether you do more or you do less. Um, and many demonstrate top performers of the ones that do most of the workload, and they don't get, for example, a bigger piece of the pie, just to mention it. Some challenges and opportunities that we happen to see here. Individual PFPs can lead to stress, it can lead to inequity, it can lead to reduced to teamwork. And then group PFPs, it can lead more to conflict over how rewards are shared and difficulty measuring the individual's contributions. Some opportunities that we can take here to be able to make them better. Both systems can increase motivation and retention if implemented correctly. And organizations can also align with reward systems and business goals. There can be put a hybrid approach that can balance both benefits and the rewarding potential and achievement and collaboration can increase. Some other recommendations that we can definitely rely on are being transparent about the performance reviews. Don't overlook the contributions that don't directly impact the revenue. Give those that do more, and develop more of a team-based approach where we all work as one, but we have to keep in mind that not only one or two people are required to do most of the work. And so, an example from Invotech Solutions, they are a mid-sized software company. Their sales individual bonuses. And then they have a development and support team, which includes group rewards. The outcome, improved sales and collaboration. Okay, let's see. As a result, the sales improved in collaboration between straightened. And then salespeople, they get the bonuses for closing deals, and everyone gets a little bit of the pie, but everyone is also focused on their individual rewards to be able to bring the entire reward together. Okay, and then our pretty much conclusion and takeaways are going to be that there isn't a one size fits all approach. Um, every single company is different, dependent on the goals and the roles and the culture. But we do have to keep in mind that we have to decide on what is going to be best for the company. There can be a hybrid PFP often that delivers the best balance, and then design with fairness and clarity and strategy in mind. Okay, and these are my references, and that I believe is the end of my presentation. Thank you, everyone.